Now I would like to invite Ishtiaq back up to share his knowledge on how to prevent financial mistakes. So Dr. Ishtiaq Rao, you have the stage.
May I have your attention, please? Raise your hand, right hand, if you are paying attention to me. Please raise your right hand if you are paying attention to me. Thank you. In the back, Jeff, Estella, please raise your right hand if you are paying attention to me. All right, thank you. The issue is that I have a very specific public speaking fear in me. And that specific public speaking fear that I have, I do not speak to the ears, I speak to the eyes. Because I'm more visual person. Whether you hear me or not, whether you listen to my talk or not, at least just look at me. Then I'm okay speaking. But if you're not looking at me, then I have a hard time. All right, so the topic that you see on Tuesday, I think May 27, I was in Whistler, and I was hanging with a mountain with having 2 clips, and our guide told us one most important lesson, just one important lesson if you want to learn in mountain climbing, that could save your life is only one. Just one lesson. And that lesson is you never have your both clips off of the rope or off of your, so one clip put on the rope. Before you take that clip from the rope, you need to have a second clip. Then you take first clip and then you clip higher. So if your both clips are off of the rope and you fall, then you would have, I don't know what you call the meat of human, like beef, mutton, chicken, but you would have ground human in the bottom, not ground beef, ground human. So at that time when I was hanging on, in the mountain, I was thinking, what should I talk in Strawberry Summit? What should I talk? And suddenly a thought came in my mind that strawberry greenhouse growers do not grow strawberries. They actually grow money. If they don't grow money, they don't grow strawberry anymore. So I thought that 2 wonderful speakers of the world, after they would talk about strawberry growing, what I would talk. I would have nothing left to talk. So that's what was coming in my mind when I was hanging on the mountain. Then I thought, then I will talk about money. I will talk about money. All right, so I just put thinking process that can prevent 100,000. It's not really 100,000. It could be 1 million. It could be less than 100,000. And that if you read it, it is a thinking process. What it is not a strategy. I'm not giving you a silver bullet. What I'm giving you, I'm just sharing with you, not giving you who I am to give you. I believe in one thing. None of us is better than all of us. None of us is better than all of us. So what I'm sharing with you is only one thing, and that is the thinking process. Next. Do you see the chain? This chain I put yield versus cost of production, additive versus non-additive effect. What does it mean? The cost of production is the weight of this chain. Cost of production is the weight of this chain. Anywhere you put a thinner link, what does it mean, thinner link? That any link you reduce the weight of entire chain will get reduced. If you reduce the thickness of 2, 3, 4 links, you will have additive effect on entire chain. This is cost of production. However, yield is non-additive effect. What yield is the strength of the chain. And the weakest link is your yield. So what will determine how many kilos of strawberry you will get? It will be the weakest link in your chain. Weakest. There could be many weak links. I could not find the picture of the chain that had many weak links. I'm just giving you imagination. Just imagine a chain that has different types of links. And whatever you produce, whether you produce 10 kilos, and by the way, I got very hopeful when I heard class talking about 20 or 23 kilos per square meter. I thought, man, with 30% less light, if somebody can produce 23 kilos per square meter, why not us? You know, that's 4-minute mile. Do you know that 4-minute mile? Who heard about 4-minute mile? Raise your hand. 4-minute mile, one person. Okay, let me tell you. Long time ago, human beings had this belief. What belief was? That human as a nature. Just when I say human, think about a strawberry greenhouse. Human in a nature cannot run 4-minute mile. They cannot run 4 miles in a minute, or 4-minute a mile, not 1 mile in 4 minutes. Human cannot run it. Many people tried and they said, human anatomy does not allow human to run 4-minute mile. And then people practice and they ran with a bull and all those things. Then I think Roger Bannister was the first person who did first time in the history of human 4-minute mile. And once he did it, many people did 4-minute mile after him, not before him. Even high school kid, they did 4-minute mile after Roger Bannister because they thought, hey, it is possible. Before they was thinking humanly it is not possible. So 23 kilos per square meter is possible. Somebody is getting on the planet. It is possible. First thing. All right, next slide, please. So this is a generic form of cause and effect. The first thing is the belief. You see the belief? Belief, value, or rule. 23 kilos is possible. 23 kilos is possible. The next is decision. After you have belief that 23 kilos is possible or 20 kilos is possible, then your decision. Based on that belief, you make decisions. Whatever decision, whether it is leaf area index increasing, or whether it's the width of the canopy increasing, whether it is creating a map. I would create a map first. So decision. Then the behavior or policy. After you make decision, you have certain behavior or you make a policy. Whether this policy is creating KPIs or whether it is policy is, hey, all we have to measure in my greenhouse, I'm not measuring whoever is working 8 hours. I'm not measuring T-sheets. I'm measuring my leaf area index. I'm not measuring my strawberry population. Strawberry weight. I'm not measuring kilo per square meter is not in your hand, my grower. Leaf area index is in your hand. Show me all the time average leaf area index is this and crop canopy width is this. You understand? So we create a policy, then policy create results. And when you see the results, you disempower or empower your belief. So this is a generic cycle of cause and effect. Now I would share the weakness of my weakness. I would be vulnerable. I would show you the weakness, my weakness and weakness of biocontrol industry. And you would see what I meant when I said the cause is just one. Cause is just one. Symptoms are many. And when we come into the symptoms, we come into the mode of firefighting. We are not identifying the cause. Instead of doing diagnostic, we jump to the solutions. Give this person this antibiotic, this thing, something will work. Right? This type of approach. Next slide, please. So this is a great guy. I hope some of you have read his book. It's called Good to Great, Jim Collin. He says, you absolutely cannot make a series of good decisions without confronting the brutal facts. My question is, what is brutal fact in your strawberry greenhouse? What are the brutal facts in your strawberry greenhouse? I'm showing you the brutal fact of biocontrol industry. When I'm showing you brutal fact of biocontrol industry, it is just example. What I'm trying to share with you is the experience share, is the thinking process. I'm not showing you that, but I'm sharing with you a thinking process. Next, please. So please look at your nearest board, because it is very small. So you see those two things in the bottom. You see those two cells in the bottom. One cell says high concentration packaged bios to cut logistic costs. To cut what? Logistic costs. What does it mean? One bottle has 50,000 mites. Another tub has 250,000 mites or 500,000 mites. It means high concentration packaged. Packaged bios to cut logistic costs. Why we have to put 50,000 mites in one bottle? Why we have to put 250,000 in bucket? Why? To cut logistic cost. The second thing is centralized bioproduction to cut production costs. To cut production costs. We do not produce in front of big greenhouses, or we do not produce in every region. For example, Canada has how many greenhouse regions? Every region does not have production facility. So why we do it? To cut production costs. And both of them, high concentration packaged bios and centralized production together, it becomes the cause of bios cross-border in high density transit. Bios cross-border with high density. You have a bottle of 50,000, you have a tub of 250,000 crossing the border. And when it crosses the border, what happens? Bios are scanned through high-resolution security X-rays at international borders. I talked with Pearson Airport custom officers. I fly a lot. So I talked with the manager of Border Protection Agency in US, and here in also CBS or whatever. I said, hey, our boxes, they say live bios do not scan. What do you do to them? Box is saying live insects do not scan. What do you do with them? The manager was a lady. Pearson Airport. I think it was last year in April. She said, Ishtiaq, national security is more important for us than your bios. Who knows what your biocontrol companies are bringing in? And the second thing is, not every border protection agent is comfortable opening a box that says live insects. So if you see on the left-hand side, do you see that? Bios are scanned through high-resolution security X-rays at international borders. Do you see that? Raise your right hand if you see that. Okay. What happens? That X-ray cause infertility in bios. X-rays do not kill the bios, they cause infertility. If a pregnant woman goes for X-ray, what do they say? You understand what I'm talking about. And that infertility, what it causes, bios are alive at application but lose most egg-laying potential. You see the left top? Now, let's go back to the bottom. Centralized bios production to cut production costs. I'm talking about bottom right-hand side. See the bottom and see the right cell, bottom right cell. If you see that, I'm now going in the middle. The next arrow says bios cross border in high density transit, and it can yield to long transit cause predatory mite stress. Do you see that? Just look at the middle. So long transit cause predatory mite stress. And we are going in the left. Guys in the back, I cannot speak when somebody else is speaking in the room, please. So, long transit cause predatory mite stress. And then it goes to left. BCA, what BCA means? Biocontrol agent. Lifespan is short. And BCA, egg laying life is even shorter. What does it mean? Let me tell you what it means. For example, Persimilus lifespan is 2 weeks. I'm giving you example. Persimilus lifespan is 2 weeks. Persimilus egg laying span is 5 days, active egg laying span. In 5 days, Persimilus lays more than 70% of its eggs. So life is 2 weeks, or maybe more than 2 weeks, but egg laying span, in 1/3 of their life cycle, they lay 2/3 of their eggs. Thumb rule. 1/3 of their life cycle, they lay 2/3 of their eggs. So that's what it means. BCA egg laying life is shorter, and it goes back to the same orange. You see, bios are alive at application but lose most of their egg laying. You see that? Now I'm going to third link from the bottom. So be with me. You see centralized bioproduction to cut production cost. It is yielding to the right long bio supply chain from harvest to crop. Long bio supply chain from harvest. What harvest mean? When we are harvesting the bios. If bios are being harvested in Morocco, and from Morocco they are going to Belgium to stamp as European Union product, or Netherlands to stamp European Union product, then it is coming to United States. So, long bio supply chain from harvest to crop, it goes to rough supply chain for dense bios packed. The bios are one, if you have, I have a question. Can you do the math? If 1 liter bottle has 50,000 mite, 1 liter bottle has 50,000 mite. How many you would have mites in 1 ml? Simple. 50. Because it is 1 liter bottle. 50 mites in 1 ml. 1 small ml. And they are going through many transits and many. So in this rough journey, what they have continuous disturbance cause predatory mite stress. And also, if you see the arrow is going, crowding effect cause predatory mite stress. Crowding mean 1 ml, 50 individual. If all of us, whoever are sitting there, if all of us, we get together in 10 by 20 space, we will feel crowded. When they feel stress due to crowdness or due to long haul disturbance, what happens? What happens? You see on the top right, what does it say? Anybody can read me? Top right. Predatory mites absorb their own eggs. Can you imagine that? So predatory mites, they have eggs inside them. If they are stressed, either they eat on each other or they absorb their own eggs in order to survive. So all the results you see is reaching to bios are alive at application, but they lost most of their egg laying potential. So you see the cause and effect. And cause started from 2 things. High concentration packaged bios to cut logistic costs. What are these 2 things? Can somebody tell me what are these 2 things? What are these 2 things in the bottom? Cost saving, what else? If you see 2 things in the bottom, from biocontrol industry, from our industry, what are these? These are, yes? What? Companies, but what are these 2 things together? Production, what are these 2 things? Yes. This table, what are these 2 things together? They are XYZ from Biocontrol company. So I'm asking you to fill the gap. These 2 things are blank, blank, blank from Biocontrol industry. What are these two things? Products? Okay, what else? Strategic decisions. These are the policies. These are damn policies of biocontrol industry. Damn, stupid. Grower killing policies. How to make grower to buy from us more and more. Keep them depending on us. Keep buying from us more and more. These are biocontrol industry policies based on their strategic decision. Same as pharmaceutical, same as pesticides. And biocontrol industries got inspired maybe by pesticide company. Though they are in nature-friendly business, but inspired by poison-selling companies. Maybe, I don't know. I'm criticizing myself. I'm being naked here myself. Go to the next slide. Okay, go to back slide. So right now we are on left top corner. What left top corner says, bios alive at application but lost most egg-laying. Just remember this link. Next slide is starting from this. So you see the bottom, we started from the same that we ended last. What it caused, go to left, it says more bios are needed and applied. And the arrow says both ways. Arrow is saying both ways because it is a negative cycle. You keep adding more bios. If they are not laying eggs, you keep adding more bios that not laying eggs, right? Now go up. When bios are not laying eggs, hotspot developing. You would see little bit spiromite here. You would see strawberry mite here. You would see thrips here. Hotspot developing. Now I'm going left. Then growers start spraying the hotspot. Oh, I got strawberry mite. Oh, I got spiromite. They start spraying hotspot. Then hotspot keep popping up like aliens. You have 2 hotspots today, and then next week you have 4, and week after you have 8. And then growers start blanket spray off with the soft chemicals, so-called soft. Then sublethal, not killing, sublethal impact of those soft chemicals, what they do. The bios that are being produced in your own greenhouse, how? You buy bios from biocontrol industry, you start having your own production in your greenhouse, you end up using so-called soft chemicals, they make your own bios not laying eggs. Now it is not, they started from biocontrol industry, now it become your problem. And when you start spraying soft chemicals, sublethal impact makes them not lay eggs. And then I'm going right. So top right, you see the arrow? Pests develop resistance to pesticide. Bios cannot be established due to residues. You got into negative circle. What is negative circle? Negative circle is that your pesticides are not killing your, completely eliminating your pest, but they are not making bios work. What happens? Then growers start thinking of hard chemicals. When you use hard chemicals, you kill all the bios. And now I'm going right. You see the kill all the bios, multiple spray. Then plants go stressed due to multiple spray. And I'm going up now. So you see plant go stressed due to multiple spray. Raise your hand who see plant go stressed due to multiple spray. Raise your right hand. That plant go to stress due to multiple spray, it reduced product shelf life. Your strawberry, before it hit Costco, it is not in as good shape as it should be. Got rejection from the market, then it goes decrease in growers' profit and cash flow. It decreases growers' profit and cash flow. And I'm now going, and growers' profit and cash flow decrease. See the red on the right-hand side, what it says? When you lose your cash flow and your profit, unhappy banks do not like to extend your credit line. You need more money, you need to inject more cash. The cash, what fuel you use in your car? Gasoline. What fuel you use in your business? Cash. No cash, no business. Even you are profitable, no cash, no business. The fuel of your business is not profit. Fuel of your business is cash. Now I'm going down. Who sees plant got stress, multiple spray application? Can you go back there, right here? I wish I had a pointer. Now the arrow below, delay harvesting due to plant stress. The plant are stressed, they are not like Han was mentioning. With the chemicals you lose, what do you lose? What Han mentioned? Because of excessive chemicals, you lose resilience of the plants. And when you use resilience of the plant, you have loss in yield. And when you have loss in yield, you get unable to fulfill your customers' orders. You agreed with Costco or Loblaws based on what? 16 kilos of strawberry. 16. Now you have 11 kilos. What Loblaws would tell you, what Costco will tell you, what Sam Club will tell you, what Walmart will tell you. So customer dissatisfaction, so those stores are not happy with you, and this dissatisfaction would go to the market share loss. They would say, hey, I would rather go to, I don't want to take names, you guys are here, most of you, I would rather buy from them directly than buying from you. And you lose market share, and market share makes your banks unhappy, and banks do not extend your credit line, or not extend mean does not give you more credit line. When bank, you need cash, banks is not giving you more cash, what will you do? What are the options? Yes, what are the options? You need your gasoline to run your business, and bank is not giving you more money. What are the options? Yes. Yes, guys? Either you bring investor or you go out of business. All this cause and effect started with one word, policy. Policy. And these are who resonate with all these things. I created a cause and effect map. Go back to one slide. Go back one slide. No, next. Here. Okay, here. You go back one slide, right? This slide. See here, two things in the bottom. If we fix these two things, not all the symptoms, not firefighting with all the systems. My BIOS are not established. I'm paying that much. I'm doing quality control. This, and all those things. They are not alive. I'm telling you, if you receive 50,000, a bottle of 50,000, and they are not 50,000, they are 75,000. If they are not laying eggs, what you would do? You got it? So I'm just giving you a thinking process. What it is a thinking process. It is you can use for your own greenhouse. What is my map of cause and effect? You can use it in your own house. When everybody is fighting on something, use this map. Create cause and effect. This is a thinking process. Next slide. All right, so this is a guy, John Sterman from MIT. What he says, the cure often lies far from the symptom. In complex system, cause and effect are not closely related in time and space. In time and space. Cause and effect are not closely related in time and space. Today, if you have a big carbohydrates injection, you will not get diabetes today. Today, if you work out, you will not lose weight or you will not have that strength. Next slide. And this is from Stephen Covey. Treat the cause, not the symptoms. Treat the cause, not the symptoms. Next. So, I'm willing. As I mentioned, I was naked here because I was telling you biocontrol industry's cause. Biocontrol industry's cause. But because of the blessings that you are here, I want to change. I want to change. So I put my phone number. I have two call to action. Number one, if you are a big greenhouse, then we need to sit together and find a way to address that cause. Maybe we can have production unit. If you have a huge greenhouse, maybe we have production unit right in front of you in your parking lot, where we can produce the last stage of the bios. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just throwing it. But the question is that we do not have to deal with so many symptoms if we deal with one or two causes. And the second thing is, I talk with some of you. I think we should go back to this thought process. None of us is better than all of us. I would like to tell you my intention with all of my sincerity, non-commercial intention. Today you have seen everything almost non-commercial. We are not here to promote ourselves. We are here to save strawberry greenhouses. If Netherlands can produce 23 kilos per square meter, why cannot we? It's shame on us. I'm telling you. I'm feeling embarrassed on behalf of Canadian strawberry greenhouse producers. So my intention, I shared with few of you, I want to start strawberry mastermind groups. Strawberry mastermind growers and strawberry mastermind owners. A small group, 10 to 15 people, and we go to England, we go to Netherlands, we go to different high producing greenhouses, and we learn from them. And we learn from each other. One of the stupidest things that I have seen here in Ontario, let me tell you what. Hey, I'm not telling you my secret. What I'm doing in my strawberry, it's very secret. Shh. Damn, what is your production? 17 kilos? You have secrets? You should see the people who have 23 kilos and they are sharing all those things with each other. I was in Holland. They were very open. I was surprised. They have other growers coming to their greenhouse. They are sharing their best practices, and they are sharing their best practices. I saw the community sense in Netherlands with the growers. I have never seen that community sense within the growers in Ontario. And I love to see that. And my humble initiation is, text me. This is my own cell phone number. Text me if you're interested in participating mastermind growers group and masterminds owner group, separate two groups. So whatever the expense of that group traveling, we will share together. It's not money-making mission. It is not that Ishtiaq will make money from it or whatever. It is to save, maybe instead of mastermind group, I would say Save Strawberry Greenhouses Canada group. Maybe. So text me now. I give you 1 minute. If you are interested, text me. I'm interested in mastermind group, or I'm interested in dealing with the cause, not the effects, with crop defenders. The first one is call to solve problem together. The second one is call to save strawberries, Canadian strawberries. Thank you. Take 1 minute. Keep the slide on, please. Last slide. Big. And it is 519. Have the last slide. 519-564-3878. 519-564-3878. And the email address, if you don't want to text, is Ishtiaq@cropdefenders.com. Ishtiaq. Whatever travel costs and whatever the actual costs are, we will divide. We can get some sponsors. Maybe Crop Defenders sponsor some money. Maybe we can get some sponsor from other vendors, but the cost will be whatever is the actual cost. And the budget will be transparent. Hey, on this, the tour we spent that much, and this is the budget that we are sharing. Very transparent. but amount of money that you will invest in you, it will pay off. Invest money in you so nobody can steal that money. None of us is better than all of us. None of us. None of us is better than all of us. And you have seen in the first activity that we did, we said lanyard, how many uses are? That activity was related to this last slide. None of us is better than all of us. Thank you, guys. Thank you.